Mabuhay everyone, Marchas back here. Welcome to the channel, and today I will be comparing two of my favorite sneakers by Nike right now, and a lot of you have been asking me to compare this, so I'll be giving it to you. So before we start, I would just like to remind you guys, if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please do so. Subscribe to this channel, like this video after, hit that notif bell, and thank you again for your support. Now let's do the comparison of these two sneakers. By the way, if you want to watch first the full performance review of each of these sneakers, I will put the link up here. Some more detailed review of each of these sneakers. If you want a more in-depth look on both sneakers, I'll put the link up here, alright? Now I'll just be comparing the support, the durability, the cushioning, etc, etc. Upper of the KD12s is a fused mesh upper, which I really like. Performance-wise, it's very supportive, it's lightweight, and the ventilation of the KD12s is really nice. You won't feel hot whatsoever on the upper of the KD12s, while the Alphadunk has a Flyknit upper. It is made out of more premium material compared to the KD12's upper, and for the Flyknit upper of the Alphadunk, it's also very supportive. Durability is also nice. Even though I scratched some area of the cushioning, I don't see any on the Flyknit, so I would say it's also durable. Support wise and durability, I will give them a tie. Both doesn't stretch that much, both have very supportive upper, and both are my favorites. But for ventilation, the KD12s is more breathable compared to the Alphadunks, since it's a Flyknit and there's an underlining material below the Flyknit upper. Now moving on to the heel part or back part of the sneaker, Alphadunk is already high and this is a little bit lower, so this is a mid-high, and they both look elfish. You see there, the back part of the sneaker is protruding like the elf shoe. That's what I initially thought on both sneakers, is Nike really likes elf shoes right now. So with that being said, as for support and performance, heel containment, heel lockdown on both sneakers are very nice. This is a high and there's an extra shroud on the Alphadunk, so ankle support may be better by just a bit. I didn't have any problems on the support on the KD12s, but I feel that the Alphadunk has a little more to offer because it's double padded around the heel part of the sneaker. And for some people, they don't like double layered around the heel part because it adds weight around the heel of the sneaker. But with this one, it doesn't bend towards the back of the sneaker, so it's not that heavy at the heel part of the sneaker. I don't think that's a problem. So if you want more ankle restriction, of course, go with the Alphadunk. But if you want a more lighter feeling around the heel, and if you don't like it that high, of course, go with the KD12s. As for cushioning around your heel, the Achilles pillows are equally nice. No heel slippage. Lockdown is also very good on both. As for wearing the shoe and customizing it, both have traditional tongue lacing system, which is very good for customizing the fit around your forefoot, midfoot, and if you want to loosen them up, it's very easy to adjust, so I'll give them a tie for that too. And as for the tongue, I really like the tongue on the KD12s because it gives off that towel vibe. It's very plush. On the Alphadunk, it is also plush, but the KD12's tongue area is really very comfy, especially when you're touching it. Now moving on to the lateral medial support all around the sneaker. Both cushions goes up. They cradle your foot very well all around the sneaker. Especially the KD12s, there's a TPU plastic that is hard around the lateral heel area, which gives you extra support laterally. And even medially, you can see how high the cushion goes up all around the sneaker. Traction goes up in the forefoot area, medial side of the shoe. In the Alphadunk, even though the cushion doesn't go as high as the ones in the KD12s, it still cradles your foot to the point that it is working and effective. So it doesn't need to be that high, but if you want more stability around the lateral part, if you want more support, the KD12s is better. But foot containment on both sneakers are very nice, but slight advantage on the foot containment of the KD12s because it goes up higher and all angles on the forefoot are in the heel, so slight advantage there on the foot containment on the KD12s. And since the KD12s is a little bit more narrower, sliding around the footbed won't happen around the KD12s unless your laces are loosened. Now moving on to the cushion of both shoes, the highlight of both shoes, which are my favorites right now. The bounciness that you can feel on both sneakers are amazing. That's how much I love the cushioning on both sneakers. On the KD12s, there's no strobo board. It's a full-length articulated zoom unit, while the Alphadunk has the biggest 4-foot double stack zoom units that you can find in the market or in any shoes in Nike. Look how big that zoom unit coverage is. It is double stacked, and I think the thickness of the zoom units in the Alphadunk is double the size that you can find in the zoom unit in the KD12s. The feeling that you'll be getting are equally different, but same bounciness. So if you're someone who wants to feel the zoom unit really below your foot, like there's no strobo board, it's like you're stepping on the balloon. That's the feeling that you'll be getting on the KD12s, especially in the forefoot or all around. I mean, all around. Correct me on that, it's all around. You can feel it in the forefoot going back to the heel part. But if you don't mind the strobo board, but it's still very bouncy, especially in the forefoot, the Alphadunk is the man. Here is my verdict on the cushioning. If you're a big man and you want more stability, or if you're a player who wants to be more stable or lower to the ground, go with the Alphadunk because you feel more lower here, and the stability, the forefoot area of the Alphadunk is wider compared to the KD12s. Like if you put them together, the KD12 is wider in the forefoot and even on the heel. But if you are someone who is quick or a guard, and I think if you're not a wide footer, the shape of the KD12s is really built for someone who's quicker, who doesn't mind the shoe to be that wide, doesn't mind the absence of a big lateral outrigger. I mean, the KD12s is for you, especially the bounciness you can feel in the forefoot. And if you want bounciness around the heel, of course KD12 has the bounciness in the heel because it is full length zoom unit. While the Alpha Bounce, it's really bouncy in the forefoot, and on the heel part, there's enough bounce on the injected phylon or Cushlon. Impact protection that you will feel on the Alpha Bounce is really nice too. I would advise this for big man, go with the Alphadunk. And if you're a guard, a quick guard, KD12s, I mean, two of the most amazing cushion setup tech this year so far for me, and two of my favorites. Now moving on to the traction of both sneakers. The Alphadunk has a translucent outsole, while my KD12s has a gum outsole. If you haven't watched my other videos, my previous videos, this is a Nike Bayou, so this is a customized pair. First pair that I had with the KD12s was a translucent outsole. It was the black and white, and I was really disappointed in the traction on those. It picked up a lot of dust. It didn't happen in my gum outsole. Actually, the traction of my gum outsole is gnarly. Traction is very good in this pair of mine. But if you're just basing it on general release, I would give the slight advantage on the traction of the Alphadunk. Right off the box, traction on the Alphadunk is amazing. Grippiness on the floor, squeakiness is there. But on the general release that I had with the translucent outsole on the KD12s, it didn't perform that well, so I will give it to the Alphadunk. And as for rubber compound, the rubber compound on the Alphadunk is thicker, so outdoor use is okay, but not too often. And as for the KD12, if you had the gum outsole, you can use it outdoor, but if you had the translucent outsole, I wouldn't recommend it, since even the Asia release is not XDR rubber on both sneakers. So if you're playing outdoors, I would recommend you to get the Alphadunks. So traction wise, advantage on the Alphadunks. As for sizing, regular footers go true to size in the KD12s, and Alphadunks half size down for regular footers. For wide footers, true to size on the Alphadunks and half size up on the KD12s. This is 7,400. This is around 170 US dollars. And this is 180 US dollars, which is around 8,000 pesos here in Manila. And my verdict for these two sneakers, both are amazing performers. You can never go wrong with these two sneakers. But my reco is, if you're a wide footer, I think you're better off with the Alphadunks because it has more space above your toe area in the Alphadunks. And the forefoot base is wider compared to the KD12s, which is on the narrower side compared to the other Nike sneakers too. If you're more into stability and you want bounciness in your forefoot, the impact protection is really nice on the heel and you don't mind wearing a high sneaker, Alphadunk is for you. If you're someone who wants it to be quick and you don't like it to be high and you like a little bounciness around your heel, KD12s is the sneaker for you. And as for weight wise, the Alphadunk is 480 grams while the KD12s is 440. So 40 grams difference. This is lighter by 40 grams, so that's not much. Given that the Alphadunk is a high, they're pretty much on the normal side, and it really depends on your preference. But take note, on a translucent outsole, I would prefer the Alphadunk better. So that's it on my comparison video between the Alphadunk and the KD12. So I hope I helped you guys out once again in choosing between these two amazing sneakers. This has been Marcius once again. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.